What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with again an all new show that I'm going to review called Ladies Who List Atlanta. It came on last night. It reminded me of what WeTV did was selling the ATL. I remember that show, so now they're bringing that type of show back, and I love looking at houses and properties. If you recently watched Selling Tampa or Selling Sunset, it's kind of like that now for the ATL. So let's get into it. It opens up to an explosive scene where it might be a fight, might be some more people have an issue, but this is all going to lead up. So this is about to happen in 2 weeks. So it flashes back to how it led to it 2 weeks earlier. We open up with Kira. She's a luxury agent, and she's meeting with her friend Kiana. When I saw her name started with a Q, I said Quiana, but no, it's Kiana. The Q was just an exotic letter. She's a broker agent. She first met Kyra. Kyra, I think it's Kyra. She first met Kyra on social media. Kyra posted a picture of her, posting a picture of in a bikini in like one of those see-through glass pools. A gorgeous picture, background, and she got backlash because of it. Basically saying you're just a pretty face. You constantly showing bikini pics. What you doing? You don't have a life. You don't have a job. This is all you're gonna do with yourself. So Kiana comes in defense of her because same point of time, you're not gonna make someone feel bad because they're posting a picture about their bodies. If she wanted to show off she has a bikini on, that's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of, and there's nothing to be nasty about, which I'm not mad at her all. And with her defending her, she felt like we can all be good friends, and we can all, learn from each other. And at the same point in time, she's looking like sometimes I don't want to be the one who takes the high road and just say, it's fine. Fuck no. You made me feel some type of way, you're going to hear me. I don't want to be Beyonce. I don't want, no. If I tell you got me fucked up, you got me fucked up, okay? So Kyra feels like when you hear Kiana, you hear all this feistiness. People might think she's a pretty privileged girl, how she never had to struggle, and the things that she has and she might not have, she never had to work hard for it. That is completely opposite. That is not true. So apparently, they both grew up hard. They both grew up struggling. And Kiana says she grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina. She grew up in the projects. Learning from a young standpoint, she learned that the projects was designed for poor people to stay in an environment where they never thought they can, grow, expand, change their mindset, change their ways of wanting more. This is designed to keep you thinking this is all you can afford, this is all you deserve. And she thought the complete opposite. And right now, she's trying to make sure she puts a stamp on the world more than just what she's doing now. And sky's the limit. She views Kira as a little sister, and how she can let her know, girl, you can wear a bikini on Monday, close down $1 million deal on Tuesday, and let everybody else know on Wednesday your faith, your love of God, and what He can do for you. All that and then some. You could be a triple threat. Nobody can place you out to be one thing. You can be a whole deck of the cards. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because to have the confidence to not feel like people are going to look at you for what you do, especially on social media. People feel like you post a picture of a bikini on social media, they think that's all you do. They think you don't have a job, they think you're not smart. It's completely the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I can literally be in confident of my body, be smart in my wits of selling $1 million homes and teaching you how you can be better, teaching you how you can make money. And you're not just going to just write me off as someone who's wearing bikini pics as if I'm some dumb blonde. No. So they both hold hands. They manifest how it's going to be a good year. We're going to make money. We're going to be happy. We're going to be blessed. And they jump in the pool. We see Robin, who's a broker, Crystal, who's a closing attorney. So they met at, I think, like a small bar or something, just having a good time, chopping up. And they never thought they'll come to this point because when Crystal met Robin, she said she's a firecracker ready to blow. They met each other at a party. There were the only three women there, so she took a chance to talk to her, and they've been good friends ever since. And Robin likes their relationship because they complement each other, and they have a good cop, bad cop thing going on. Now she has a plan, but she isn't ready to tell Crystal yet because she wants to make sure she is mapping everything out to a T to give you to all at once. Something that you told me to do in the past. If I have the idea, make sure I have everything already in place before I come and tell you. And we're getting to the backstory of Robin. She definitely believed that why she's successful now is because when she was coming up, everything was stacked against her. The odds were not in her favor. She was a teen mom. She wasn't married. She didn't have a job. And the women in her family completely abandoned her. She even said a lot of women in this industry can be intimidating. So when I tell you all of this is a protective layer. I am protecting myself from not getting hurt by anybody who have hurt me in the past. Hence so why I had to fight and raise myself to be a success story. Another scene, Crystal. Crystal is a closing attorney. She has, I think that's her own firm, I believe, or a connecting firm, but that's what it's called. Kimberlow is her last name, and it's a Kimberlow real estate attorney. So she obviously don't have the same exact story as everybody else. She grew up great. She grew up privileged, and as she knew from growing up, she was meant to be an entrepreneur. She had a dog walking business, a cleaning business. She used to steal golf balls from her golf course in the neighborhood and resell them. When her family were inside on Thanksgiving, she was working. And she just realized that what I was bred into, born to, I had a supportive parent. I had something to look up to. I instantly knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, and this is what I was meant to do. I was meant to be this, and I'm doing it. Led to her being a working machine. No time for play, no time for fun, unless this is the first episode, so I'm just basing that off right there. So Robin is preparing for her meeting, and she explains the difference between a broker and a real estate agent. A broker means she has a lot more education and a certified certificate. I instantly, because I was studying to be a real estate agent. I need to go back and study and become one, because I know that there are levels. A real estate agent can get you the home and sell the home, but isn't a broker supposed to be not in charge, but knowing where the money goes, and the closing attorney signs off everything. I could be wrong. Let me know from what I can remember. So Kimberlow is her preferred closing attorney firm because she has a good relationship with Crystal. She trusts her, and they make good money together. So we have two clients coming in. They're a couple. They're YouTube stars. One is a model for Fenty, and they're finally closing a house that they bought. And she praises them. The name was Amy and Mays. They're in a position that they worked so hard for, to buy a home under the age of 35. It was a $500,000 home, a 6-bed, 6-bath, 3,500 square foot. It was gorgeous, and it's a blessing. This is the home that she's going to raise her kids in, have her family, and she is not leaving, and I'm not mad at that. And Crystal was definitely given their kudos, because another black couple to buy a property is a sign of achievement. Because back in the day, black people couldn't own property, couldn't even get a chance to be viewed as we could own property. We were thought down on. And now how we're creating a position where we can support, well, not so much a support, but open up to generational wealth, legacies. Owning property is a huge accomplishment, and happy to sign a deal to be new homeowners. Listen, she had me when she said there were YouTube stars who worked, made their own money, and now they're buying their first home. I instantly got inspired. Hence why I did my YouTube. My husband, he wants to make his dream on becoming a stretch streamer. Y'all check him out. It's J Bravo Dope. That's his name. And it's just amazing how all those years where you work for another person, you think you're making your stamp, you think you're doing it, but yet it doesn't come out that way. But when you work for yourself, you have the entire open field to do how you want to do it. Can't nobody take your money from you, because it's your money. And owning property is a dream of mine. I would like to own multiple properties, you know what I'm saying? And I want to move forward and work hard for this YouTube, but also with other things that I want to have a career in, or have a have a hobby to do to make more money, because I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for myself. It was a good scene. It was. They popped champagne. I loved it. We see Tiana, who's a luxury agent, and Tiffany, a closing attorney, another closing attorney. So they have a close friendship. They believe they are sisters from another mister, but they do have different parenting styles. Tiana is a mother who watches what her kids eat as far as health intake, salt intake. Tiffany just wants to make sure that her kid eats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a balance between both of them, because my mother is constantly keeping me up on game on What can I feed them? I know that it is, ways to still feed them, but you don't want to make sure they don't get enough salt or a lot of sugar and everything. And it's a balance, I'm not gonna lie, because there are times where I want to make sure he's not eating a lot of salt, she's not eating a lot of salt, but other times I just want to make sure that you're eating something. If I'm not in the mood to make a full-blown meal, I will definitely go to my cabinet, make you some Bush's baked beans or some pasta rice or some pasta roni for you and your sister, and y'all could be straight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a sense of accomplishment that I still find other ways of making my kids meals without me slaving over a hot stove. I don't care if it's microwave process. Hey, it's for me, it's for my leisure, it's for me to be able to come up with multiple ways for them to feed, because there are kids who have working bones. I gotta be sure that they're good. But I understand. It was just a funny scene for me. I get it. So, they just want to know what's going on with you. Well, just this. Being a mother, a real estate agent, a wife, it's a lot. There's not enough time in the day where you can have a moment alone. There isn't no time. When you are a mother, you're moving, you have no time for yourself. You can't even go to the bathroom without one of your kids following you and asking you to open up a bag of chips. Can you find me a movie? I need this. I need that. You can't. You can't. And where's the balance? You can't find any. Especially when it comes to especially kids who are old enough to have other activities and school and homework. Tiana talks about when she be running her mind ragged to find a balance. She still signs up for the PTA meetings to bring snacks, to be the team mom. She said, "Why is my dumb ass signing up for this shit? Knowing damn well I don't got the time for it." Tiffany says, "First of all, don't call me about that. I am not no PTA mom. I'm not no team mom. I ain't bringing no snacks. It's not phone tree day. No, I don't even want you to call me to talk about what my kid is doing. Unless he's doing something bad, don't call me." Oh boy, it's kind of like, listen, while I understand and don't understand at the same time about how a parent could not be a hands-on when it comes to your kid in school, because at the same point in time, I know that some parents might view school as another babysitting position, how it give you 8 hours for you to do what you need to do, but yet you still don't have no time for yourself. You have to be sure, and you have to want to know where your child's education level is at, right? You have to know, because I am definitely a hands-on when it comes to my son's teacher. When my daughter goes to school, it's going to be vice versa. We have Zoom calls. I call, she calls. I say it every time I pick him up. How was he? He's good. How did he do today? I don't care if he's been in school for over a year. I still am going to ask, how's my son doing? I want to know, because my mother was hands-on with me and my teachers as same as my other sisters. So I want to know. So at the same point in time, while trying to learn how to do all that, we trying to look cute. At the same time, I want to still look like I got it all together. And even though I'm screaming on the inside, I want to look cute while doing it. I know that's right, because we don't want to look struggling. We don't want to look struggle. Trust and believe. I understand. Crystal. So she is talking about her ideas. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sorry. It starts off with Crystal. She's in her office with Robin. Robin is telling her how she wants her ideas, but what she wants her business to move forward. She doesn't want to go to the Board of Realtors, the National Association. She wants a huge brokerage firm led by black women in the industry. We can all be one force, the baddest force in Atlanta, because we got luxury agents, we got closing attorneys, we got brokers. We could be the biggest thing in sliced bread, you know what I'm saying? And we can collaborate and build something amazing. And it could be for hours. We're not going to do it under nobody else, especially these white brokers right here who hops off about our hard work and make it seem about how they're the ones that's doing it when they're not doing it. We don't want to make them rich. We want to make us rich. And we're pulling big numbers, big $1 million homes, brokerages, and all that type of stuff. And Crystal asks, who do you have in mind? So she has a lot of names that she wants to consider. Even though women, relationships, friendships, that's not her thing. She was raised in struggle, not in love. And she's been very selective of who she trusts to be around her, which I'm not mad. When you've been hurt in the past, you tend to be a leery eye as to who you can and cannot trust. You have to open that door little by little, And she's now at this point did the grunt work, did everything else, and she's cleaning out her closet. So she wants to try to open up her mind, her business, and her heart into developing a form of relationships with these women that she wants to be in business with, right? Slowly. I mean, she's already slowly trying with Kimberly, with Crystal. That's one of her friends right there. So she wants to, let the door open little by little about letting women in. I'm going to let women in. I'm going to be open. I'm going to be honest, since I've already done the hard work of learning where my past and my trauma came from. So Robin is asking Crystal, can you set up a meeting? Can you set up a dinner? She said, I can, but there's one person that I wasn't sure of, is Tiana. She said, why? I don't know her, but we went to high school together, but I don't know her now. Okay, well, have you worked with her before? No, I don't close with her. Well, maybe we can fix that. Okay. Now we're talking about Tiffany. Do you think Tiffany could be a part of the squad? She said, no. I don't think, since there aren't that many black closing attorneys here, just us two, I don't think it's right for us to merge. Why wouldn't it be? If there's not that many black people on board, why wouldn't you guys come together and be a powerhouse? Why not? Robin asked, are you in competition? I'm not in competition with anyone. Hence why you're in a competition. Since you don't want to merge with another closing attorney, since there aren't that many, I suggest you want to collect your resources and network together, right? But since you don't want to because you want to be the only one, okay, Crystal, that's something I'm noticing about you. So, yeah, because she feels like we both work for what we have. Why should we work together? Because y'all could be a building force for other people. There's not that many black women brokers, closing agents, attorneys. There's not that many. So since we don't know that many, we should come together so we can give inspiration for other people and say, look, we can do it. You can do it too. So, Robin's getting really excited about it because even though we've been, we're getting burnt out as being women already. We're wives, we're mothers. And if we're women trying to become mothers, it's a lot on us. And I want this to be for all of us so that we can all come together, work together, build together, though that we know nobody knows how we work except how we work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're already recognized as the strongest force on the planet. We're women. We can handle anything. So she's gonna give it a shot. Crystal is on board, but because that's all I want. I want us to come together so we can all bounce off ideas for each other and see where this can go, right? Crystal agrees, but Robin does have trust issues with other women, so we're gonna see how she feels and give it a shot. So Crystal talks to Robin and say, let me be honest, girl. Let me be honest. You don't play very well in the sandbox. Robin's like, what? What are you talking about? I mean, you're proposing business with other women and you don't perform well with women. You don't perform well with your equals, particularly women with vaginas. Again, Robin's like, where is this going? Why are we talking about playing in the sandbox? I'm not trying to be friends with these women. I'm just trying to conduct business. Where are you going with this? What is your point? So that first of all, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just telling you, you don't bode well with women. You know what I'm saying? And Robin instantly knew where this was going because she said, the only reason why I don't play well in the sandbox is because I told you those exact words. And that's something that I've learned about myself. And I felt comfortable telling my friend about me. And now since I am proposing a business, you now want to throw it in my face on how I'm not going to get along with these women because I don't trust women. Where the hell did that come from? I already said I'm not trying to make friends. I'm trying to create business. I get it. You're going to be talking to these women every day. You're going to form some type of trust with them, right? Not a friendship trust, a business trust. And you don't want that to be ruined, messed up based off of how you felt burned in the past. Now, Crystal could have worded it a different way instead of just attacking or reminding Robin her, can I say, shortcomings or her weakness or her past trauma in front of her. It could have been a different way that Crystal could have did that because Robin instantly got on the defense. And she says, first of all, this is what you get when you tell your friends about your trauma or about your past, about your hurt. One moment they'll bring it up and just stamp it on you. They just throw it in your face and just won't let it ride. Just keep on riding it. And Crystal said, well, I love you. I love you. You're my friend. And I just want you to know, you know what I'm saying? At that point, Robin said, don't patronize me. And I believe she was being patronizing. I believe she was being condescending because you knew that was going to get her riled up. And now you want to say, wait, no, let's not, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like that at all. Because at the end of the day, I know in order to be in a business, you have to have a trust with these women, right? But not so more as a trust to tell you all about my business. I'm trying to make money with this. That's what I'm about to do. And then she's like, first of all, I'm trying to make money. I ain't trying to do nothing else with them. Just because, okay, yes, I don't sit around with women talking about catty shit. I don't do that. But I do know how to mix. I do know how to handle business with women. I do know how to. Check my results. Check my resume. Check my resume. What's up? Check me. So, of course, it's getting heated. Robin's voice is getting raised. Crystal said, don't raise your voice in my office. We're not doing that. Just raise my voice. But then at the same point in time, it's like, first of all, you're coming at me and my personality as if these women over here are miscongeniality. You don't know every bitch's standpoint. Sometimes females have a nice, nasty demeanor, and you're not even going to see it. Just because you think they're so bubbly, they're so likable, they're so approachable, you don't know. They could be nice and nasty as me, or have a very strong demeanor, and you might not even think twice. So don't just come at me with this. These girls are not going to be all nice. You never know. So don't just come at me. And how about I know how to play in the sandbox? She's like, fine. So, of course, I wasn't trying to, but you brought it up, though. So, of course, it's like, you bring up the fact that you're my friend and you want to hurt me like this. Why? She's like, you don't do well. And then, yeah, it was just going back and forth, and it looked like Robin was completely over and irritated. I think she was looking at the camera guy as well, because it's like, where did that come from? And I honestly felt like Crystal gaslit it and was condescending in her tone to try to check Robin on, this is your idea, this is your business, I'm being your friend, I'm being open, but I just want you to be for sure that you don't bowl well with women, you don't mesh well. I just want you to know. But there could have been a different way for you to doing that instead of just instantly telling her, you don't get along with girls. How is this going to work? Like, you already shooting down negativity over a positive idea that she was getting excited about. That's what I wanted to be known right there. So, Kiana, she's meeting with her fellow luxury agent, Ashton. He's showing her a pocket listing. And before it gets on the market, he's giving her first dibs. He's showing her this nice contemporary luxury homes. He has a lot of them in the area, and the amenities are really beautiful. It's on the market for about $3 million, and she has a client that would definitely love this home. Now, she loves modern contemporary, and she wants to have something that she can move. She can come back to when she's working, because she goes between LA and Atlanta. So this will be a great home for her. Yeah, the home is listed at $3 million, 5 beds, 6 bathrooms, 6,500 square foot. It was gorgeous. I love the white. I love the wine cellar it had. It had a very nice shower with a bench. The open space was beautiful, but I would be scared if it was an open space like that, especially at night. You know how when you don't open your closet at night because you think you're seeing shadows and shapes and shit? I would be scared as hell. Sure reminds me of don't when a stranger calls. You know what I'm saying? The home is gorgeous. So we see the client that walks in, and it's Crystal, aka Fatima from Sisters. Hey, Crystal, I love your faux locks. And the property is gorgeous. She shows her everything, the open space, and it's just what she wants, the contemporary and everything. Crystal comes in, the other Crystal. She sees it, and Kiana and Crystal, they know each other. They went to Central Pay together. They went to dinner. They know each other really, really well. So she's going to develop some numbers for Crystal and have again and hit her up. And Ashton immediately said, welcome home. I know that's right. Claim this. Manifest this. I know that's right. So after she leaves, Crystal immediately talks to Kiana about a pitch that Robin is going to show them for dinner, but she's not going to tell them what it is yet, but she is leaving it open as a business proposition towards Kiana. Now, Kiana is definitely apprehensive of it because she said, who else is going? Tatiana, Kyra, Robin. She said, okay, I'll give it a chance, but she does have an issue with Robin. And of course, Crystal is all interested in knowing about this because she wants to have someone else on her side to feel how she feels with this rift or this situation that she has with Robin that's not sitting well with her. Y'all had a misunderstanding, and I feel like, Crystal, you need to own up your part. Granted, in that meeting, Robin did too much with the intent to throw champagne at you. That wasn't necessary. That was a little bit overreacting, but it led to what you brought to that moment. You brought it out of her. So y'all both need to admit y'all faults in this, okay? So Rob, yeah. So now that she has an issue with Robin, Crystal asks, "What's the issue?" During the pandemic, there wasn't homes being sold, wasn't no homes out. So Kiana had the idea to open up her own firm, right? The brokerage that she was under, they were closed, they wasn't open yet. So in order for her to leave out on her own, they had to tell her, you need to not use your license. You will not have the ability to sell pretty much until you get this up and running first, right? So she had 26 contracts already on standby or ready to close, and she didn't want to lose out on them. So she asked Robin, can she hold them for her until she gets activated, right? Robin wanted $500 a contract. Now, I didn't do the whole math, but I feel like she is wanting somewhere between 10 to 15,000 from that alone, right? Kiana definitely felt some type of way because I thought as my friend you would do me a solid and keep a girl from not losing her job, keep a girl from keeping money going, and you just hold them for me. And it definitely sucked because Robin and Kiana have a friendship. They've been to dinner, they've hung out at barbecues. Robin is very good friends with one of her husband's friends, Kiana's husband friends. She's very good friends with one of them. Excuse me. So it's kind of hard. And then she's telling me she's so proud of everything that I built. If you're so proud, why couldn't you do this for me? I am a little bit two and two. So they thought that for someone who is so proud of someone, you kind of want to stay in power, but not want to keep me up in power. What's up with that? I look at it as, while I understand, but you did ask, it was a risk when you're asking business and mixing it with pleasure. You asked a friend who is looking at a potential money, this is a potential bag right here, not just for you, but for her too. While you might get a commission sale for the contracts that you have, she also could get a piece of pie by just holding them. I can make 10,000 by not just doing nothing. I'm just holding them here. But Crystal said, I don't know why she went that way. She doesn't need the money. Granted, it was a hard time for the real estate. It was a hard time. There was no homes being sold. Everybody had to lower their prices just to make a simple sale. Now, since the pandemic has subsided, but yet it's still on the lookout, I have about over 10 homes for sale around me that's in the $500,000 range, and it's crazy amount that they have for houses. You can't find nothing under 100,000 unless you're moving somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the empire where the pricing of houses is high as hell, and I hate that. And it's what I want. I want a 4-bedroom, possibly a 5. I want a flat, and I also want a big backyard, no more than 3,000 square foot. You know what I'm saying? That's my dream home, but I don't want to spend $500,000 on it. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But with what they're hearing, she's not fully fond of it. And she'll go to the dinner for Crystal, but also to have to look on Robin's face and to tell her no. Because obviously the issue is not it's not addressed yet, but Keon's definitely feels some type of way about what happened because now when I needed you, you weren't there for me. Now you need something from me. Oh yeah, bitch, I'm gonna tell you no. So you can see how it feels to be left out to dry. All right. So, Crystal, she's at home. Her sister comes to see her. Her sister is an operations manager, and they haven't seen each other in the office, so she has some papers for her to sign. She tells her about the situation with Robin, and obviously, it's not much of a secret because her sister overheard everything. The walls are thin. So, what's going on with that? What's up with the commotion? Oh my God. Well, she felt like Robin directed all of her energy towards her, and it made her feel like she couldn't defend herself. Crystal don't do well in confrontation. That's what I'm seeing. She does not argue. She does not disagree. She does not want to engage into any type of that activity, okay? She wants to stand firm and where she at. Not to say she's scary, but that's not what she do. And she wants to know, what do I do? Because I'm trying to tell her about herself, but she doesn't want to hear it. And I don't want to be a friend who wants to let her friend go by without knowing what she has to work on or what she has to hear, her issues. You know what I'm saying? I want to let her know as a friend, I'm supporting you, but I'm still letting you know your shortcomings, girl. I want to let you know you're not going in here blindly, because then you're going to come at me how I did not help you, I did not defend you. But if you don't want to let me speak on how I feel because you want to shoot me down every time, that's not going to work. Now, hearing this, her sister said, I think for the time being, you need to see friends for where they are. Now, the way you can come off, you're trying to be from love and understanding, it could come off as condescending. I instantly felt like her sister knows more about her sister than Crystal would ever admit about herself. Because I wasn't, what her sister was absolutely correct. You might feel like you're coming from a place of love, but the way it was presented, it could be a form of you're trying to hurt my feelings, you're trying to have a low blow, you're being condescending, are you making fun of what I go through to make yourself feel better, like you're the one that has no issues whatsoever? I just want to know, you know? And Crystal wanted Robin to come more communicative, not come defensive, not come barking, not come angry, not come all feisty. Communicate your feelings with words so that we can come together and understand each other. I thought that's what Robin did. Again, she was a little bit hot-headed, but she told you, where is this coming from? You know how this hurts me. What's up with that? So I feel like Crystal was completely basing everything that happened in her office on Robin, as if Crystal wasn't the one that opened that gate to give Robin that reaction. Granted, don't yell at me in my office. Keep your voice down. I understand all that, but at the same point in time, don't tell me what you know about me and I react the way you don't want me to react. Don't do that. So, she wants to be a good friend to her because they do have a true friendship. They do be with each other, they do support each other, and she knows that this idea is a really good idea for Robin. This could be amazing to have a all black women brokerage firm. Are you serious? Amazing. But I don't want me to be blind and supportive of her dream without letting her know. I just don't want you to be upset if things don't go your way. That's all. So she said, okay. She wants Robin to be a little bit vulnerable when she's communicative. And she wants Robin to admit that she's afraid, she's scared. All she wants Robin to do all of that. So that way it won't come off as if she's being defensive, combative, yelling. I understand the way you want her to communicate, Crystal. I do. But as much as she can't tell you how you need to treat her, you can't tell her how she needs to treat you. I mean, as far as being a friend, you want to tell her how she needs to work on things. Okay, well, then you need to also know, if you know so much about me, you know how to approach me. You know how to handle me. That's how much I know how to handle you. So don't just come out of nowhere and feel like I just yelled at you, because that's not what happened in the scene. Robin wasn't on the defense until you brought up what she don't want to hear. Got that, you know? Yup. So, yep, I already said all that. So she wants to have another conversation with Robin because what they have is worth fighting for, and I wanna do it, you know? So her sister said, dealing with someone who's easily triggered, sometimes it's best to let them be. So don't rush it, don't force it, which I can understand because Robin is definitely suffering from a huge trauma, probably a level of insecurity, of afraidness, all that and then some. Tiana, she's hosting a little broker party for her clients, and she wants to make enough buzz so that way she can have the house be noticeable, but not on the market yet. It was a $2.7 million home, a 5-bed, 5.5 bathrooms, 5,600 square foot. It was a lot of white going on. Everybody's arriving for a networking opportunity, and Kiana definitely Kiana knows Tiana. She knows she's a good agent. She sells beautiful homes, but she does not know how to sell them right. Where's the professional photography? Where's the video? Shout out to Misha. Where is the zhuzh of it all? You know what I'm saying? Where does the thing that makes this thing pop? But she figured the house is what it is. It can sell itself, right? So she talks about the amenities of the home, and I think Kyra says since it is a $2 million home, it could be tricky to sell, but you never know. Between the streets of Atlanta, folks will pay top dollar for anything. So they're talking about Robin's dinner. Tiffany doesn't know Robin that well, but she's seen her on social media. I mean, she's definitely good at what she does. Kiana, yeah, she doesn't see why I wouldn't go. Kiana definitely don't see it for Robin because, of course, it's the same thing she said to Crystal. I thought an opportunity for her to be a part of. She burned me, so now she wants something from me. I'm going to throw this in her face and tell her no. I didn't like that Kiana is automatically on the, I can't say defense, but she's instantly, what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to find? But she's instantly being catty and sneaky and petty about what she's been through with Robin. How long was this going on, Kiana? I just want to know that part. Was this The pandemic happened in March, okay? And we did not get out of it until the end of the year. So when did this happen? How long did this happen? How long have you been holding this in without having a full conversation with her? I just want to know that part. What was the length of the timeline between what happened between you and Robin? Because if it's been more than a year and 2 months that you now want to bring it to the table, I got an issue with that, okay? But moving on from there. So, speaking of, for someone who doesn't feel like you want to come through or doesn't have an issue that you want to address, Kyra talks about she was at a Kanye event, minding her own business. Crystal walks up to her and says, "Do I know you from somewhere?" She's like, "What?" Tiana, who knows Crystal from high school, she said, "But she knows you though." Yes, she does know me, and we went to dinner together. So why is this an issue? Why is my presence something that needs to be understood or something? Like, what's up with that? Um, she said, yeah. So Crystal, yeah, but yeah, she said she doesn't know you. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So they asked Tiana, have you done any business with her lately? They said she did one deal with Crystal. The deal was done. It was a great deal, great turnout, but something happened in the midst of the deal being done that wasn't cool. And Tiana is close with Tiffany, and she uses Tiffany majority of times for her closing. And she said, "Sorry, Crystal, Tiffany's in, you're out. Sorry." So there's something more going on between Crystal and Tiffany. Crystal, Tiffany, and Tiana, from what I'm seeing. Crystal, you're not the only one who has an issue that you want to make sure you remind someone else. You have an issue as well. I think Crystal has a superiority complex. I can't say narcissism, but I feel like she has the need to be right and the feeling of I don't do anything else but beyond this, so don't bring me. It's like she has that feeling of she doesn't waste her time on things that doesn't make sense to her. Just like how she wants to diminish Robin's feelings that doesn't make sense to her, but she wants her to communicate that to her. I don't. It's something like that. I'm not fully feeling it right now. Something. Make sure I'm saying everything correct. Yep. So, Robin. They're prepared for a conversation. Robin arrives. She definitely feels like it was a low blow for what Crystal did, and she needs to be held accountable. Crystal says she was attacked because what was going on here is something that was going on somewhere else. So what is the real issue? Like, okay, first of all, Robin don't do this meetup. I don't do meetups. But since I love you as my friend, so what's up? Why are we here? What's going on? Crystal said, well, you raised your voice at me and I didn't like it. It was in my office. She said, oh my God, we were just in a conversation. We were just in a meeting. Oh my God, can I yell at you outside? Can I yell at you here? Like, what's going on? Because I think you're being condescending and rude when we're in your office. So, of course, let's be honest. The reason why you don't play well in the sandbox is because of what you said. Robin did say that. So, of course, I don't know why you're trying to make it seem as if Robin didn't believe you when you said she don't play well in the sandbox. She didn't say you made up words to hurt her. She knew the words when you said them. So, of course, it's kind of like, she wants to place blame for Robin about what happened. And this is what you told me. She said, I did tell you, but that doesn't mean I gave you a license to use it against me, to use it to hurt me. That's not what I did. And then felt like I didn't say it out of nowhere. Where, of course, where Crystal, you wanted to make sure that you got where she wanted to be. You wanted to be clear. Now, I know you're excited about this venture. I just want to remind you, you do not have a good history with mixing business with pleasure with women, right? Because you've been burned. I just want you to be sure that you're thinking this clearly. You could have said it like that, but you just instantly repeated her words back at her to her. You don't play well with others, girl. You don't play well with others, and I don't want to be out here alone with you when you don't play well with others. That's what I feel like you was looking out for yourself and not much more of Robin, to my opinion. And she said, where is this? And of course, at the same time, while Robin is telling her how Crystal made her feel, Crystal is laughing. Laughing, either it's nervous energy or it's kind of like, girl, we don't need to do this. Not in front of these cameras, no. Stop, don't do that. Girl, girl, don't do that, no. Girl, don't do that, no. Like, so Robin definitely feel like the energy that Crystal was coming off was maybe negative, maybe nervous energy. And when you're nervous or when you're scared, you tend to laugh, you tend to giggle, you tend to cry. And you don't want it to be, worse than what it was. You know what I'm saying? And she don't find it funny. She find it like Crystal is laughing at Robin's pain and Robin's feelings. She feels belittled. That's the word. Crystal definitely gives me elitist, and also she looks down on people. She gives me that. And Crystal says, how many years have we been friends? Long time, right? So you should know how I feel. You shouldn't think this is nothing new for you. This is nothing new for me to come to you with this. If you know how I work, how I operate, this isn't new. Why are you coming at me with this? Come on. So it's going on and on. And I feel like you don't view my friendship as much as I view yours. We don't need to do this. She said, first of all, that's a little crazy. Don't you think that's a little crazy? How all of this is leading to this. I think that's a little crazy. Instantly ticks Robin off and says, first of all, what you're not gonna do is come at me and tell me that I'm crazy or that my mental status is a little bit unstable. Don't do that. Now, she didn't call Robin crazy, but I feel like Crystal was definitely condescending and belittling and minimizing Robin's feelings in this by laughing and saying, this is a little crazy how it led to this to lead to this. Well, at the same point in time, Crystal, you want Robin to take sole blame as to what happened in your office. If you did not open your mouth and approach it the way you did, you probably wouldn't have gotten that energy. So you need to realize, granted, can Robin know how to not react when she don't hear what she want to hear? Absolutely. But you knew what buttons to push. You knew what words to trigger her. You knew. And it's just like, okay, since you're telling me that, fine. To cue me someone mentally, that's not cool to do. And right now, I don't think we need to be doing this. I can leave. And at the end of the day, I didn't even want to be your friend. You wanted to be my friend. Let's get that clear. She said, fine, I'm good. Fine, no, I'm good. Robin is going back and forth with leaving. You're not going to be belittling me and making me seem as if what I felt wasn't real, what I felt didn't hurt me. And Crystal blames Robin, again, how she did not understand her reaction. And I'm not sure if you're uncomfortable because you're giggling and everything. So what's up with that? Now Crystal wants to say, allow me to react the way I want to react because you want me to, be okay with how you're reacting, right? Now it's funny how Crystal wants it to be understood on how she's reacting in this situation, but she couldn't understand how Robin reacted in her situation. Got it. Okay. So back and forth again. And then don't yell at me in my office. We're not in my office. Or we outside. I already said that. Respect my office. So she said, Crystal says she wants to acknowledge her feelings. She did not mean to hurt her. Robin probably, I already said all that. I'm not repeating that. So she said, feel like at this point, it's the reason why I don't have relations with women because it'd be bullshit like this. It'd be catty, it'd be petty, and I ain't got time for this. I didn't even have time to come to meet you today. I got a lot of shit on my plate, but I took time out to be here for you because I value our friendship. That's why. And I think Crystal said, I did not mean to demean you in any way because I'm sorry you felt that way. But then Robin said, first of all, don't say that, because if you're telling me how sorry that I felt that way, that means you do not believe that you made me feel this way. You're telling me that I took it the way that you said it. You know what I'm saying? It was me who took it wrong. When you know the words that you said made me feel some type of way. So don't say, I'm sorry if I made you feel. No, sorry about the way you made me feel. Not if, sorry how you made me feel, okay? Because at the end of the day, Crystal, you knew what buzzwords to use. You knew it. So you know. I want you to be honest. I want you to communicate effectively like you want Robin to communicate effectively, okay? Stop saying I'm sorry you felt. No. Because now you want to place it solely on her, on how she did not read between the lines what you was trying to say. But if you're so educated and you knew how to, conduct this, you should know how to approach Robin. If she is such, you got to break it down to her like a toddler. She is such, you need such care for her. You got to handle her with kid gloves. You know this. So, she said, yeah, I already got that. I got that. So, wow. While trying to find some form of common ground, because I don't think this was resolved. She said, do you still want me to have the dinner? Do you still want me to plan it? Yes, plan the dinner. Because right now, this is just open conversation. That's all this is, okay? And then Robin says, you know what? Maybe this is how some friendships form. You don't have to always agree. You can disagree, and you can still call them the next day and have dinner. And maybe that's something that I think I need to learn about when it comes to friendships, okay? And that's what the end. They walked off, and I think Crystal tried to hug her. She said, "Get away from me. I don't want to be with you." I don't know. It was weird about how they chopped that and just instantly ended it with them walking back laughing. Because I do believe Robin values Crystal's opinions. I do believe she values her friendship. But I feel like Robin believes that Crystal only does it to, I don't know, make her happy or just to, I don't know. It's something to gain from Crystal, I would say. Crystal's gaining something from this, but I don't know if it's a real friendship. But then we don't know. This is the first episode, you know? And I instantly got turned off from Crystal. I did. Because I felt like while Robin does have her faults, I felt like Crystal was definitely weaponizing and manipulating Robin's feelings on this and trying to make it seem as if Robin is so difficult to be with, how you cannot talk to her any type of way. You cannot let her know what she's fucked up on, what she needs to work on. I don't know. It's something else that I feel like it needs to be more understood when it comes to Robin and Crystal. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see more about this season. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.